What's going on, everybody? Uh, so I just left Walmart. And what I noticed is that as far as the pandemic, as far as like how everything is going, and the the sincerity, and how before, it was difficult. It was very difficult. Uh, the worst has already been. Now I feel like the worst of, as far as people going moving about and how restricted everything is, that passed. What I noticed is that they do have regulations as far as like how you enter, how you leave. The lines are still pretty much long. They're not all the way outside though. What I would advise is everybody's wearing their mask for the most part. Everybody's being courteous in that aspect. Uh, I feel like life is school in my opinion, in my observation. Life is school. So because we never encountered anything like this before, they have the saying that nothing's new under the sun. So what I would advise everybody to do is, what did we learn from this pandemic? I know that at one it was a point where people rushed out and they stocked up on a lot of toilet tissue. So I'm not saying to basically buy an abundance of toilet paper. I would say probably if we ever feel like, oh, okay, something extreme may happen. One of the good things I feel like about certain things about humans, that we learn to adapt. That's what differentiates us from animals. Whenever something happens, we can adapt and learn and evolve. Animals don't evolve. They just pretty much, if they get into something, that's it. Their instinct. We learn and we adapt and we see how we could do better, and we learn and we better ourselves from that. So we know that toilet paper was a necessity. Uh, I know non-perishables. There was a big thing about people buying a lot of hand sanitizer, but I found out that the hand sanitizer actually is not good after like 2 times. I would say the Lysol spray. People invested in that. I would say more of the Clorox wipes. I would say get wipes instead. But if you have the Clorox spray, that's good too. But I know sometimes it's hard. Like an individual like me spraying and my breathing, it's not good for my breathing. Uh, so yeah, definitely look. I don't know all the information. I don't have all the information, but I know that we went through this. Let's look at what happened. Let's look at what people tried to, like, what was a necessity. I seen a lot of churches, a lot of nonprofits, a lot of just individuals. They stepped up and they were able to prepare meals. This had nothing to do with poor and rich. This had everything to just do with they needed help. A lot of people who have disabilities, a lot of people who are elders, they can't get out and get these things for themselves. So them going out and getting like a 24 or even like a 10 pack of water, that's a lot on somebody's body who can't deal with that kind of stress, because their body can't deal with that, especially people like people with senior citizens, or just people who have walked this earth for a long time and gravity has beaten their body up. So now whenever they do something, it's very painful and they put a lot of work in. And the people who are disabled, they're not able to do that. And we learned that places like nursing homes and other homes like that, because they were in close quarters, how that affected them. So I would say people that we learn from this. I would hope that we learn from this, and if something like this magnitude could happen, I don't believe it's gonna be this bad again, but we could be prepared and better equipped. So, oh yeah, of course, the gloves, the masks. We were trying to we did that. Um, I do feel like as a nation though, we failed. We definitely failed as far as trying to not control or like deal with this, trying to limit the spread. We failed. We thought a lot about our pockets more than the health. So people were more about the wealth than the health. One thing I know is that the majority of people, especially in the working middle class, just the majority class, which is pretty much working class, when you give them money, they go out and spend. So the nation was just sitting there arguing about how much money they should give this. I know for a fact people went out and used their stimulus checks and all that other helping money, and they bought stuff with it. They did not invest it to like they like what are they gonna do? They bought stuff. They probably enhanced their cars. They probably bought a better house, or they probably just spent it on a whole bunch of food, or spent it on clothing, just material things. So that goes back into the economy. They're gonna spend it back to the economy. Like people are not here thinking. The majority of people are not thinking for the long term. And plus, because we're in such an we're in like a place of emergency. We need to spend it. So people are going to spend it because they have an emergency. They need certain things done. They need help. So you're going to find the money's going to be recycled and brought back. So I don't know why those who are in power couldn't just let go of this little bit, especially at a time like this. They were going to get it back and then some. Amazon just continue to succeed. I mean, instead of everybody else went down, but Amazon went up. Like their stocks went up. So obviously that's something we need to look at. Be like, how come Amazon stocks went up while everybody else did? Elon Musk, Tesla, they're very big on and green and electric cars. Their stocks went up. So people have a thing where they want to be able to, I guess, convenience and necessity and basically they're very conscious of the earth. So that's what I would say. Yeah, like I said, I just came out of Walmart. It's not chaotic. People are basically all wearing masks of all colors and backgrounds, men, women, it doesn't matter. They're all wearing masks. Nobody's sitting here fighting about something so simple as just the courteous thing about, like, mask and glove. It's actually kind of I feel like it's just kind of a thing where it's like we could learn from this. We don't know who has their health issues, and sometimes people want to just greet you and just come on, and you don't even know how that person is and what their body's going, but they don't want to be rude, so they take the chance, and they probably going through chemo, which kills the immune system and God knows what. So this is a learning experience for me. I definitely took it with stride. I didn't force nothing. I think that people couldn't deal with something that was not as extreme, but because everybody wants to have a voice, it became an issue. Everybody has social media. Everybody wants to put their 2 cents in instead of just being understanding. Let's be like a bicycle, and all the pieces and the gears just go. And we would have did so much better, but we screwed up. As a nation, we definitely failed. And I hope this never happens again, and we're going to be better prepared. All right, guys. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.